I'm Bill Tibbets. I'm glad to be here with you this morning. We're going to do like a little gear shift. We're going to move into kind of workshop mode and take the information and content that we just digested and actually digest it together. How's that sound? So I want to do a little energy shift here. This is what I would like us to do. So Em, you got some music ready for me? Who's got music? Give me some, get ready with some music here. All right, this is what I want you to do. I want you to think of a place that you have traveled to, a state or a country that you really enjoyed. Now, I know we're super spiritual here this morning, but you can pick a place that you went on a vacation. It's all right. Or some place that you served, or some place that your parents dragged you to as a kid, but some place that you enjoyed. Like when you think of this state or this country that you went to, you're like, yes, I really liked Mexico. Where did the Love Boat? Who you guys remember the Love Boat? Where did the Love Boat? They always dropped them off in Mexico somewhere. Where was that? Puerto Vallarta. They always destined for Puerto Vallarta. We have a team member on our team who did not know what the Love Boat was. I'm like, well, that's how I got trained up as a kid, was watching the Love Boat. All right. So I want you to think of your place, Okay, turn to your table. I'm not going to have you we're not going to talk about this, don't worry. But we're going to get the energy. So I want you to think of that place. Give me some music, DJ. Oh, that's going to put me to sleep. Oh, wait a minute. I feel it. Oh, no, it's Christmassy. Okay, I got it. All right, think of your place. I'm going to count to 3. We need a drum roll. Can I get a drum roll? I'm going to count to 3, 2, 1. Come on, drum roll. Come on. Wait, you got to get people moving. All right? On 3, 2, 1, you're going to say your place to your team. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Did anyone have the same one? No? All right, John, where did you say?
Alabama.
John said Alabama. Anyone else say Alabama? Nope. All right. Is this another John? John without an H. Tell me, John without an H, where did you say?
I said Dominica.
Where?
Dominica, it's a country in the Dominican Republic.
Dominica. Like, that's pretty cool. And where did you say it was at?
In the Dominican Republic.
Awesome. That's cool. I like it. Let's do back table. Someone in back table. Where did you say? Zimbabwe. As someone who's been there for a while, yes. Zimbabwe. That's how you say it. Let's do one more. Here we go. Over here. I can't say that. I was a former professor, but there's a reason I'm not anymore. All right. Say it one more time. Tajikistan. I know the country, I just can't say it. Tajikistan. Did I do it? Good job. I like that. Good. All right. Hey, let's transition into workshop mode here. Almost 20 years to this month ago, my wife and I were just looking for an opportunity for me to transition into higher ed as a professor. And so we started looking for those opportunities around the country. We were living here in Indianapolis at the time. And someone shared with us about a school that was looking for a business professor in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, Minneapolis has been in the news a lot lately, but 20 years ago, not quite for the same things, we had no interest in moving to Minnesota. Now, we knew it was the land of 10,000 lakes, but we also knew it as the land where they filmed The Empire Strikes Back, the frozen tundra. It's very cold up there. In fact, secret, we did move there, but our first year there, that winter was -60 up there. That's when you get to the point when there are things that go out on the news that say, this is how long you can be outside without causing severe damage to your lungs, right? We had no interest. But I interviewed. In some way, somehow, they invited us to come to campus, to visit the campus, and to proceed through the interview process. And at that point, we were like, we have no interest in moving to Minnesota, but we'll just follow this through and see what happens. And then we got there. And we had that moment. I know you've had these moments when you step onto something or you go somewhere and you're like, dang it. The Lord's leading us here. And I think it was before that very first conversation. I remember very distinctly where I was on that campus thinking, the peace just dropped in me. And I looked at my wife and I said, I think we're moving here. Let's go buy our winter coats now, kind of thing. Something I learned that day has really impacted a big part of how I walk forward. You need to write this down because it's not in your book, but I would encourage you to write this down. There is a relationship between proximity and vision. There is a relationship between proximity and vision. Proximity germinates vision. I'll say it again. We're in Indiana, so we know the word germinate, right? Yes, germinate, farming. Proximity germinates vision, meaning it fuels it. It causes vision to grow. Proximity causes vision to grow. When I read the word and in my own experiences, I kind of break up proximity in two ways. When I have proximity of heart, and then when I have proximity in physical location. Have you ever been praying for something? You just started praying for something, and then it becomes the thing that you only think about because you're praying about it. Or the only thing that you look at, you see because you're thinking about it. Or committing it to prayer. Have you heard of the red car exercise? You see a couple head shakes, right? I want you all day today, just go look for red cars. Anytime you're out, just look for a red car. And you'll be shocked at how many red cars you see. It's because you're looking for them, right? When I'm praying for something, it's shocking how I see the Lord moving in that space because I'm praying for it, okay? The other thing in proximity I see is physical location. When I physically get somewhere, now I can see the potential. I remember when my brother-in-law was trying to convince my sister to build a home on this property in the hills and all this stuff. She's like, no, I'm a city girl. I don't want to do this. And it was several months, if not over a year, for him to try to convince her. And then he finally is like, well, let me take you to the property I'm thinking about that I think we should consider. And they go to the property, and all of a sudden she's like, I'm a country girl now. And she laughs every time. She's like, I've got 12 chickens, Bill. What do I do with all these eggs? I'm like, you throw them at people. I don't know. Proximity germinates vision. Sometimes I don't think we have vision for the Great Commission or global missions because we're not praying about it and we haven't been doing it. If that makes sense. And what Eric was sharing was this model called Learn, Give, Go. So that's what we're going to be doing today, a Learn, Give, Go exercise. So let's jump into it. So on your table, we have these awesome little maps. Let's praise God for Amazon that can ship within 2 days, despite the weather. We have these little maps, and I want to do a little bit of exercise, and Eric's going to play some music for us while we do these exercises. But on this first exercise, and I don't want you to be like, I have to wait for a burning bush moment right now for the Lord, or, I'm a talking donkey. Just the Lord's using me to talk to you. Remember how the donkey is used? I'm your donkey right now, okay? So I'm asking you to think about taking one of those stickers that's on your table, pick a color, and that becomes your color this morning. And I want you to place a sticker where you know the least about what God is doing. Now, this obviously is not a shaming thing. This is just an exercise for your table and for yourself, okay? Let's get some music going, and then I'll walk you through the rest of what we're going to do. Take a second, look at that map. Where do you know the least? All right. Put your stickers down on there. And in this process, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Jump into your workbook now, and I want you to write down where you keep the music going. I want you to write down, where did you place your sticker? What drew you to that place? Maybe it's like, I just saw a word on the map that I've never seen before, and that's what I picked. And I'm like, amen. The Lord can use that. I'm good. Look at those questions in that book and just take literally 3 minutes. And I only do 3 minutes because I want your initial thoughts. I don't want a paper. I don't even want a paragraph. I just want your initial thoughts. Answer those questions in your workbook real quick under Learn. Go ahead and start. I want you guys to share with one another. Now, just take a few minutes. You try really hard to allow everyone around your table to share. There's not huge tables here. So let's keep the music going. And let's just talk. Share about your answers. And why did you pick that country? Where are you getting your information from when it comes to knowing what God's doing around the world? Go for it. Share with your team. So when it comes to that Learn section, one thing I want to encourage you is to take that country that you just picked and go learn something about them today. Go Google it and figure out what's going on. And if you want, you can go to the Stone Table page and click Learn. And if you go in that Learn section, there's something called a BAM Eco Map. And you can go to this map and it will show you BAMs around the world that our friend and peer John has been working on with some others. And it can show you what's going on, at least in the BAM context. So take this moment to ignite of ignition and go learn about this country, okay? So let's go to the Give section. So place a sticker. Now, it could be the same country, but place a sticker on the map where you would be interested in helping support financially. Now, let me say this. Again, we're not taking an offering. And two, giving can also be more than just finances. But if it is financial, $5. We're not talking thousands. $5. Where's some place that you feel like I would feel good, or I feel the Lord's prompting me to participate financially in what he is doing in this country? Okay, go for it. Hey, when it comes to give, one of the things we are always pushing is we want you to give through your local church. Give through your church, give through your church, give through your church. If you, though, are in a position where maybe your church isn't giving to missions or whatever, please introduce them to us. We'd love to connect with them. But two, you can go to the give page on the Stone Table, and there's opportunities to give into BAM. This feels like a pitch for Stone Table. I promise you it's not. It's just randomly turning into that. All right, let's move on to the last one. Go! Uh-oh. This is the Lord tapping on someone's heart this morning. Here we go. Here we go. I want you to place a sticker on the map where you could go, even if it feels unlikely. Now, go could be short-term. Go could be long-term. Go could be something in the middle. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm asking that you will take a step of faith and say, there's a little thing inside me that says, I think I actually could maybe possibly see this happening. All right, go for it. Hey, just real quick, I'm curious. What's a country, someone over here, let's go here. Guys all wearing black here. What's a country that someone's willing, saying, I'm open. Let's see if the Lord moved my heart, I'd be open. Ask God, big beard, my friend. What are you thinking?
Well, either we're discussing it through a marketplace contact with one of my customers. I'm thinking next year go either Turkey or Singapore.
Oh, let's go. Turkey or Singapore. Did anyone else say Turkey or Singapore? Just curious. Interesting. You should talk to John. He knows a lot about Turkey. So that's really cool. Let's go. Who else? You guys. Did you guys pick a country? Myanmar. Myanmar is pretty awesome. Where's Myanmar at?
West of Thailand, northwest of Thailand.
Northwest of Thailand. That's awesome. Let's do back table. Guinea. I love that. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Hey, if your church is offering mission trips, I'd encourage you to look at them and see, Lord, what's the possibilities? I'm interested in Turkey, but my church is going to Uganda. Maybe I should do Uganda this first time. If your church is not doing a trip, I'd encourage you to chat with Ryan here because he's building some short-term trips for next year still, and they're all BAM related. So you can go overseas, see and serve in a BAM context, and he has places all over, and he'd be willing to talk to your church as well. Okay, lastly, before I hand it off, you see these little cards here on the table with these people? First off, let me just give a quick shout out to my daughter. My daughter, who's a marketing major, she crafted all these little images by hand. She painted all of those. Incredible little nugget, right? We just got to monetize that gift somehow, right? Hey, learn, give, go. Proximity starts with prayer. Vision starts with creating proximity, right? Proximity, let's create proximity through prayer. I want you to take at least one card from your table or another table and say, I know nothing about these people or this country, but I'm going to pray for them for 1 week. Is that fair? Would you guys be willing to make that commitment, all of you? Yes? Yes? Yes, thank you. There you go. Sorry, my professor kicks in every once in a while. You're not 21-year-olds, you're adults. Okay, yes, right? Yes. We're gonna take one card, and I encourage you, I like to put it in my vehicle and put it right there by the radio, and I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to the radio, I'm gonna pray right now. I did have a wreck 3 months ago, so I shouldn't probably do that anymore. But nonetheless, I was praying. All right, hey, we love you guys. We're gonna close this out. Give us 3 more minutes. John's gonna share something with you real quick.